Hey guys, welcome to this quick little video. I wanted to talk about the Bray Wyatt Windham tweets. You might have heard of them, you might not. Basically, 3 tweets that are quite interesting. I'll quickly read them. First one says, "Everything good that's ever happened to me first came a period of horrible suffering. I never ask why. I just wait for the rough part to end. I was chosen for whatever reason, and I've got to do. It doesn't hurt anymore. It burns. I'm ready now." So very much that says to me, him being released was rough. He went through a period of suffering, and he's come through that now. It doesn't hurt him anymore. So he says he's ready now. So that's what the first tweet says to me. Next one says, "I'm tired of watching. Tired of hearing irrelevant clowns speculate how I'll be perceived." I feel like that's a reference to Dave Meltzer and Wrestling Observer, who I think said he was like the worst wrestler of the other year, and that The Fiend was the worst gimmick and all that kind of stuff. Whenever and wherever I decide to return, I'll remind everyone why they know my name again and again. Believe in me. Hashtag I found it. I wonder if what he's found is his passion for wrestling again, his desire to return to the ring again. Again, that's what I get from that. And then the final tweet says, "Patience. It's almost time." So again, very much just reinforcing and telling his fans, I'm ready to return. I believe he's talking about returning to wrestling, and it's almost time. Now, his profile picture has changed and his name has changed as well. His profile picture is, I believe, a firefly. The face is The Fiend. It's scratched out, though, and his name is Wyatt 6. I do not a single fiber in my body, believe that he will be at Hell in a Cell. I give it a 0.00000000001% chance, right? I just do not see it happening. Mainly because he got released. Vince decided that he would rather save the money than give the money to Bray and pay like his wages. So why would that change now? I just don't, nothing has changed. So I don't know why he would bring him back now. I know everyone, all the Bray Wyatt fans are hoping, keeping their fingers crossed, wanting him to return. But I just don't think he will. I really don't think he will. I don't think there's been no rumors that he's going to return to wrestling. This is the first that we've heard about it. If he was going to return, I really don't think that they would tease it this way. I think that they would just bring him in and it would be a big surprise, or they would announce it in advance. I don't think they would do these little teases. So I really am not expecting him to be at WWE. The other thing as well is people are saying, but he's got the Wyatt name in his username and he's got the Fiend mask in his profile picture. But my counter to that is they're different. So the Fiend mask is scratched out. It's not just a Fiend mask. It's upside down. It's painted bright red. It's scratched out. That you can actually use copyrighted material if you change it, and it's called fair use. So, you can use copyrighted things. He has taken the Fiend mask, which is owned by WWE. He's turned it, I believe, upside down, painted it red, scratched it out. I feel like he's changed it enough whereby if they took him to court, he could argue that he's changed it enough and it falls under fair use. So I don't see that as being an indicator of, oh my God, he's using the Fiend mask. He's got to be coming back to WWE. I really, really don't see that. The other thing as well, the Wyatt 6, that screams to me that he is about to unleash his 6th creation. I really think he's about to unleash whatever the next version of him and his vehicle, his story. I believe he's about to unleash that. I could be wrong on that, but that's just what it says to me, is that we're about to go into this new chapter, this new phase, the Wyatt 6 phase. I don't know that you can get anything from that. I don't think he's going to be going by the name of Wyatt 6. I just think that this is the working title of this next project, which I think is the return to the ring and is going to be his next creation. I think that him using Wyatt is fine. Again, he's not calling himself Bray Wyatt. He's calling himself Wyatt 6. I think this is a working title. I don't expect him to use this name for long. I think he'll use it until he returns. When he returns, he'll come back as, you know, whatever, the Emperor or whatever his new name is going to be. It won't be the Fiend, but, you know, he'll call himself whatever his next creation is. And then this Wyatt 6 will go. As I said, I think this is his working title. And again, people are like, oh, but you can't use that. WWE own Wyatt. It's a bit tricky again because they own Bray Wyatt. They don't own Wyatt 6. So, again, you know, are they going to take him to court for calling his Twitter name Wyatt 6? I mean, no, I really don't think they are. I really don't think they are, because I just don't think they're going to want to be dragging him through the courts. It's not a good look for them. And also, as I said, I think this is just a temporary thing. So as soon as he does come back, then he'll come back with whatever his new creation is. So a lot of people out there are saying, oh my God, it's going to be Hell in a Cell. They're going to bring him back. I just don't see it. I'm sorry. I just do not see it. I really do not think he's coming back to WWE. Nothing here is saying to me that either. With the Fiend mask being so distorted, the Wyatt 6, you know, he's not got a Fiend mask nice and clear. He's not calling himself Bray Wyatt. You know, everything has been changed and amended, and I think just allows him fair use. So that's what I've taken from it. But I do think he is on his way back to wrestling. Where I would expect to see him land would be somewhere like Control Your Narrative. I think that's a good shout. Control Your Narrative would make a lot of sense. So I could see him going to Control Your Narrative and unleashing his new creation there. Or he could go to that WES, you know, that new standalone sort of promotion that I think's run by the Authors of Pain. And their main event of that was Braun versus Alistair Overeem. It's just been delayed, actually. So I wonder if the plan was for the end of that to have Bray Wyatt return. Not as Bray Wyatt, but, you know, as his new creation. I wonder if they're setting it up for that. He's obviously very good friends with Braun. He's very good friends with the Control Your Narrative guys. I think that could be a landing point. And then eventually, long term, maybe AEW. And I'm not ruling him out going back to WWE, but I don't see why he goes back now. Vince, only less than a year ago, decided he didn't want him and let him go. And there's rumours of them, you know, falling out and creative differences and everything. What's changed? Why would Vince bring him back now? I mean, WWE are making record revenues. WrestleMania was massive. There's no need to bring him back. There's no change. Nothing's changed. I just don't know why Vince would bring him back now. And if he was bringing him back, I don't know that we'd get these teases like this either. I don't know that it would happen this way. So, again, I have to just tell you how I'm looking at it. I'm sure many of you are going to look at it different. And I know there's a lot of people out there hoping that this means that Wyatt returns. But as I said, I don't think he is. Not to WWE. Not to WWE. And the Wyatt 6 and the Fiend mask, it's so changed, it's so amended that it surely would fall under fair use. And as a result would mean that WWE wouldn't take legal action against him for you know, like using those elements in a certain way, but they've been changed, they've been amended. So I think he's free to use them. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Appreciate the support, and obviously we'll find out how this plays out. It is very interesting, and there's a lot of excitement this evening. And I'll be the first to hold my hands up if I'm wrong about him being at Money in the Bank. But as I said, I'm feeling pretty good that he won't be. But that's my thoughts on the latest Bray Wyatt tweets.